Part 2 of Memories Last a Lifetime picks up at a brand new lake, but straight away I just wasn't feeling the vibe. So we packed up and hit the road again, searching for new waters and searching for somewhere to settle. What followed, however, was a lost fish, a van buried in a sandbar, tow trucks called out, lost teeth, and yet more travelling. Somehow, after all that, we still ended up back where we started. This is part 2 of Memories Last a Lifetime, Disaster and Despair. Okay, so we just got to a new venue, somewhere I've been before. I'm not feeling it, but I checked out another venue up the road, about half hour away, days only. And it is very low, the water level. We had a little look around each of the stops, couldn't find any carp, just getting out of the sun. And yeah, I fancied that actually, but again, no nights. And I don't think you're allowed to camp either, so a bit risky. And then we've got here, I've seen a few carp jump on the opposite bank. Unfortunately, there's a few anglers, so I've kind of been pushed down into an arm, but you know, I think there's a chance. I've said to Imogen that we'll fish out tonight. I'm going to get the boats sorted out, pack away the big boat properly because I haven't done that. It is very hot. It's about 37 degrees now, but it is due to cool down and rain. So yeah, we're going to get tidied, get the camp up. I'm not going to rush. I'm not really feeling it. You know, I'm going to see it as a bit of a chill out time. We may end up back at the lake we just came from, but there is a lake I want to look at that's kind of back over to the east. It's about a 2-hour drive, and I think maybe after tonight that will suit Imogen. She can have a sleep in the car if we do go over that way. We're definitely not massively feeling it. Maybe I'm being a bit of a wimp. It's a bit muddy, etc, etc. But the rods are out. We're fishing 2 on the far margins because we've seen carp over there, and then 1 in 6 foot and the other one also in about 6-ish, 6.5 foot. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We're kind of pinned in here really. There's a guy down here fishing for tench and catfish. He's got about 8 rods out, I think. French guy. But there are fish around. Despite my lack of enthusiasm, I still got the rods out, enjoyed the sunset, and my aim was to try and catch at least 1 fish from this venue. A little bit of dinner on, just a bit of chicken, and we've had a little bit of pasta actually, which was good. And now we're just going to get a little bit of chicken fried up before we head to bed tonight. Well, I did say to Imogen that I think we'd be looking for 1 fish tonight, being in a very unfavourable part of the lake, and we've had a small common. I think I'm just going to flop it back, but let's get some evidence of it. So let's go and walk down and we'll drop it back in. Just a small common. Didn't really fight, to be honest, until it got under the tip. Caught on the right hand rod. There he is, a bit of a scrapper really. It's nevertheless a nice fish, maybe 18, 19 pound maybe. Maybe that's been generous, but I'm just going to literally roll him out of the net. Right, let's get him out of here. I'd rather not get wet tonight. I'm actually not going to put that rod back out. I'm going to... there he is. Now he's going to go. There we go. And he's free. Okay. I'm actually just going to leave that rod for a minute. Just leave it there. I need a bit of sleep, I think. So we are on the move. We've decided we're going to head sort of eastwards, but east-southeast. It's about a 2-hour drive. We're going to stop at a supermarket, get a few bits and bobs, and we're going to have a look at a smaller lake first, a smaller reservoir, about 40 hectares I think it is, something like that. So what's that? Is that 150 acres? Something like that. And then we're going to have a look at a slightly bigger one, but if we like the look of the smaller one we might fish there, but they're only 5 to 10 minutes apart driving. If we don't like any of them, we're going to head up north and across. Smaller journey home, but 2 different lakes, again, one smaller, one bigger. So we're gonna get on the journey. I don't think we're going to film anything because it's all the same old rubbish when we're doing these trips, and hopefully we're going to go to a brand new venue that I've never been to before out of the 4 of them.
They're also not that far away from, like, if you're saying like where are we going, east?
heading east at the moment, southeast.
If we're going to the east, it takes about the same amount of time to get home.
Yeah. So an hour less if we head back north, and an hour more if we head to the west. But actually, they're not that different from where we were, so that's where we're going to be. Okay, little pit stop at the old Super U. I found that's the best supermarket in terms of the bigger ones. Aldi, not so much. Lidl, not so much. But it's a proper hodgepodge, isn't it, Ims? We have got some fruit and some yogurts, just some relatively healthy stuff as well. But it's going to be ham, cucumber, croissants, and French stick. Get in there. Yeah, we're going to have a quick bit of food for 15 minutes, and then we're going to get to the lake, which is about half hour away. With food consumed, it was back on the road. Unfortunately, neither of these are the one. I do really like the one that I've just parked and had a look around, but there's a German guy up here, and it looks like 3 Dutch lads down the bottom, and they're all spread out, and there's not even a way of fitting in between them really that's courteous, and I wouldn't want it done to me. So we'll definitely come back to this one because I think it'll be a decent place, but I do think it's a popular fishery. You know, you're allowed boats, it's night fishing, etc. So, yep. Back to the drawing board. So these trips always take something as well as give. They gave me a lot at the beginning of the trip, and now they're taking the van prisoner. I made the mistake of driving down onto the lake because a few other people wasn't paying attention and hit a sandbank. Yeah, not great. Had to call a tow truck, now he's stuck. Had to call another tow truck, and we're waiting for that one now.
I think he's here now.
Fingers crossed. You can hear him coming actually, I think.
It's a train.
That's the train actually, but obviously the tow truck driver was fuming, but he has been pretty good, probably because I've got Imogen here with me. He's been, I've helped him out as well, tried to give him a hand and all that, but yeah, long story short.
I'm not very happy.
Nobody's happy, are they?
I did tell you.
You did tell me. Okay, long story short, that was a bloody nightmare. We've had 2 tow trucks down and a farmer's tractor, but...
And a quad bike.
And a quad bike, but we're out. Imi's a bit stressed. I'm very stressed. I tell you what, when you're worried about your kids, it just adds a different level of emotion.
We're going to go and sleep in a hotel.
Well, yeah. I did sort of say maybe we'd sleep in a hotel or something, but then the fishing got the better of me. That's where we were. You probably can't see how bad that is on camera, but that is where we were. Now the van is still up on the sand, but I've got a clear route to get out, and I can't get out quite yet actually because there's some people fishing, some French guys, and hopefully they're just here for the evening, and if that's the case I'm going to wait till the morning and just try and roll straight out. So we've put some H blocks out, we put some bait on, we haven't put the rods out yet. I'm going to probably just chill out, have a bit of food. There's loads of bubbling and fizzing in front of me, but I've got a funny feeling bream or tench. So we'll wait and see. We'll fish big baits. I've not seen any poisson chat or anything like that in the margins. So yeah, it's very sandy here. No poisson chat or anything like that. So we'll, I think we'll go back to the boilies. Leave the tigers alone. See how we go. Okay, we don't want to do too many silly updates. I'm out on the boat, I'm putting out a marker, all the rest of it, but I think we're at a new lake, 3rd lake. We've got the van out, and I thought it'd be good just to let you know what we're doing. So we've spread the markers. We're in quite a small arm actually, but only because we're restricted on where we can fish. I think if I'd had my choice again, we wouldn't have stayed here. So we're going to move in the morning anyway for the last 2 nights. I've spread the markers out at varying depths and points within the arm. I'd say it's probably only, I don't know, 80 yards across, 90 yards maybe, castable really, but I haven't got any small leads. Very soft bottom, so we're fishing leg clips, but gently lowering them down, and then essentially that is it. So we'll get this rod out. Second rod, I'm going to get all 4 rods out, and then we're going to get some food, I think, and try and let the adrenaline go down from everything that happened earlier. Don't know if you can see that, but there are loads of bubbles, loads of fizzing going on here. Yeah, I don't think it's anything big. It's certainly not carp, but I've 100% decided I'm not going to park by the side of the lake ever again. I'm just going to do what everybody else does. I'm going to pull up to the boat ramp, get the boat out, park the van and drive off. This could be a big fish, this.
So we just got the rods out.
I just finished talking.
And it went.
And it's crazy. Just ripped off. I was so despondent we weren't going to have anything.
It's very strong.
I've got to say, it feels quite, steady.
We didn't thought we were going to get one only in the morning, didn't we?
Mad, really, mad. Oh, it's come off.
Oh, Daddy.
Oh, no.
That was going to be a big fish as well. It's fine.
Oh, well, it's got dark, and if I'm honest, I can't lie, I am really, really deflated today. We've had the van saga, we've had the waiting around for ages, not fishing, then we get the rods out, and as you've just seen, I have a fish on, felt like a really good, I mean they always do, don't they, but it felt like a really good fish, and then just out of nowhere, hook pull. And one of the reasons I feel super deflated is because I was trying out a new hook pattern, one of the Fox ones, and I've never used it before. I'm sure it's a great hook, but I always use quarter curve shanks, the quarter curve X's in size 4, pretty much for all of my fishing actually, and I've never had any hook pulls on them. I lost a fish on the first day, but that was only because it got caught around the H block, and as I got the fish close to the net, the H block tightened up to the hook and pretty much dislodged it. So I just feel so deflated. I feel like that might be our one chance here to have something, make a go of it, and yeah, it's just gone. Oh, massive redemption. That is a very small mirror carp, lovely looker.
I did so good then.
Imogen played it in because
Very strong.
just down there I was playing a common, which is much bigger. So pretty pleased. We're going to unhook this one and flop him back because he's only tiny. He's quite a cool mirror actually, cool marks, lovely little pearly scales, bit pale, but nevertheless, let's just literally going to turn the net out, which I know is criminal because it's still a public lake fish, but nevertheless, he's turbocharged. No, here we go. Let's get him back. That's the only problem with these corder nets, they're very deep, which is great if you're fishing off of pontoons and stuff. There he goes. Hey, off he goes. Yeah, he's chilling down into the, well, it's not that deep actually, but winner, faith restored, get in there. Actually quite a nice fish, didn't realise. Check him out. I don't think he's a 40 pounder, but he's going to be up there, maybe low 30s. I'm well pleased with that. Yeah, we've got a bit of time actually, and it's going to be light in a few hours, so I think I will sack him up. It's quite deep margins here, 6 or 7 foot, and see him in the mornings. You can get him photoed. Yes, come on, have it. They give a good account of themselves, that's for sure. I think there's more bites on the cards here as well. Don't give up. And when you get them in the net, they're just as angry. This is on the right hand rod. I've lost one on this one of the first ones, and this will be if we land this, it'll be the third fish on there. Oh, dear. Come on, just give up. Just give up. You know what they're like when they come up over that shallow ground, they're not so keen. And they always get a little bit feisty. But he's right, he's wearing himself out at least. Come on. Oh, come on, you've been bloody difficult. Just doing death circles, look. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Oh, I've been having some single bleeps on the far left hand rod as well, which is the rod that Imogen caught on earlier. Nice little common. There you go, in he goes. Yes, he's out. There you go. Coffee, or just boiling. Coffee needs to be consumed. It was a long day yesterday, really long. It's now 6 AM. I've been up since I was up at 3 AM for a couple of hours, about an hour actually. Had a couple of fish, flopped them back. I think I filmed one. If I did, you'll see that. Then I had a couple of other fish, a small common, mostly small fish, sort of, I don't know, 12 pound, 15 pound. 5 or 6 kilos, 7 kilos for the Europeans, and one common photo that's worth weighing at least, to say that we've done it. So we're gonna have this coffee. We're gonna move. Probably gonna pack up and try and be gone at about 9 AM. It's a long drive back up north, but I think Imogen will need that sleep. And we're gonna try and find a service station, have a shower as well, which is a bit grim, but better than nothing. So. Yeah, a couple more days to roll, Friday, Saturday and Sunday morning, and yeah, we're catching, can't believe it. I mean, it was a rough day yesterday with the van getting stuck and all that, and it was hot, but we've done well. I think we've had about 7 or 8 fish here, most of which obviously I've flopped back, but Imogen's caught one. She's super happy, so pretty proud to see how she's developed and picking the rod up, tightening the clutch, holding it properly, all that sort of stuff. With the new sunrise, I felt as though this trip was maybe just about to turn around. Okay, here he is. Lovely, pristine common, really. I know it gets said a lot, but he's in great nick. He is feisty though, and I don't want to slap round the chops. And we've all seen common carp before, but nevertheless, we'll get him back. Not the biggest or the best, but my aim is always to catch a carp from every venue I visit. Well, just as we're finished packing up, seems to be the way here on this trip for us, which I'm not going to complain about. I've already mentioned the trials and tribulations, but we've just had another little one. We seem to be on a pack of small fish. It seems as though I have discovered, I'm sure it's been discovered before, but the French public equivalent of linear fisheries. 12, 15 pound at best. Lovely little mirror, mind, little starburst scales all over it and big row of scales across the top of it. And again, we're just going to flop him back. This is not a trip of lots of photos, I have to say. I kind of made that decision that you can photo everything and they're all special and they're public fish and all the rest of it. You've got to find them, you've got to catch them, you've got to, all the rest of it. But I've decided that sometimes, you're here for 40s, 50s and whatever else turns up. So photographing every 15 pound that comes along is a bit of a task really, and I know that might sound awful to people watching this, and if you're on your first trip and you do stumble across my video, then definitely get them out, take a picture and make those memories. The reason I started videoing what I'm doing is because I actually enjoy looking back over videos more than I enjoy looking back over photos. Like, photos are just a balance sheet, a moment in time, a snapshot, whereas videos you can kind of watch over and over, and I always feel like, every time you watch somebody else's video, you kind of discover something else about it. And you see the emotion and feel what they're feeling. Oh, my rod tip just knocked here. Big old liners I'm getting. I wouldn't be surprised if I get another fish actually. Now the right hand rod is out of the equation, I wonder whether it will just give them some space to move into the next rod over. But anyway, we're gonna get this fish sorted. So here he is. Again, not massive. Just gonna try and turn the net out for him really, and then get it dried. There he goes. Down into the depths, and he's off. Thank goodness we are off the beach, back on normal land. It was pretty hairy, wasn't it, Imogen? Yeah, it was pretty scary. We had a bit of a ropey day yesterday. I've already said that a million times, but the highs and the lows, eh? Last time I was out with my wife, I had a massive crash. When I was out here with my friend Graham, didn't catch anything. Came a month ago on my own, had a great time, caught loads of small fish, but it was 42 degrees. And this time we got stuck on a beach by digging the tyres in because I'm an absolute plonker. But we did catch loads of fish here, albeit lots of small ones. The common, by the way, was 31 pounds. So I think if you're catching fish over 30, you can be relatively pleased. But obviously we're looking for bigger fish than that. So onwards to the next venue. We've got a bit of travelling to do, and we're going to try and find a shower, aren't we, and chill out. What you got there? Yop. Good breakfast. So we've had a little drive, pretty much driving all day today actually, looking around 2 different venues. The smaller venue I really fancied. I got there, it was foresty, the water level was down but private, nobody else fishing. And I've got to the bigger venue, we've literally driven around the whole thing 3 or 4 times. We haven't seen anything, but actually access is pretty difficult because a lot of the areas are sewn up. And I've done some research. I think this place probably holds slightly bigger fish than the smaller venue, but I'm just not sure if I'm here for that small fish venue. So I kind of got to make a decision. I'm just going to drive down to the official boat ramp and see if I'm allowed to use that. Imogen's quite keen to stay here on the big lake, for no reason other than probably she wants to just get out and walk around and all the rest of it. But it should. I think if I had 4 or 5 days, I'd probably commit to this venue, and maybe I will do that next time. But I feel like the smaller venue is probably easier to manage for 2 days of the trip, and I'm kind of caught between a rock and a hard place really. I feel like I'm in a bit of a wimp as well, but nevertheless we'll make a decision and go from there. Fingers crossed we'll make the right decision. It's been a hell of a day. I think we visited nearly 3 lakes, something like that. Had a good look around them and then got the boats out on the final lake. Went back to the small lake, got the boats out. I say small, relatively in terms of French lakes, but got the boats out. Started to sail across to the night zone. Basically, we'd seen fish off of the dam wall. You can't fish the dam wall, but we just wanted to be as close as we possibly could to them. And I suddenly realised there was 2 lads camped in the swims that we would have wanted to be in, obviously, which was a disaster. So we floated around for a little bit, waited to see some shows down the other end of the lake. Didn't happen. Got back in the van, and we've come back to the lake that we were at last night. So I almost went back to the lake that we had the 63, and I thought we'd just do some day sessions, but yeah, we've not done that. So we might finish off our trip there, but we've not decided yet. So we're back where we've had, loads of small fish in that 31, 32 common, can't remember now, but we're back where we've had those. And I've taken a slightly different approach. I've gone mega heavy with the bait. I reckon I've probably across 4 blocks, all quite close together by the way. I haven't spread them that far, but I reckon I've probably gone in with nearly 5, 6, 7 kilos of boilie. The poisson chat here are disastrous. So I've got 2 rods on tigers and 2 rods on sort of 22 to 24 mil hardened hooked baits, and that's what most of the fish came on yesterday, to be fair. So we're going to give that a go, but I have gone much heavier with the baiting to try and stem the flow of the poisson chat, which probably is impossible because there's thousands of the little buggers. But nevertheless, the carp do seem to move in, and I guess when they move in, they push the poisson chat off, because I was getting bites on baits that had been whittled down to half their size of what I'd cast out. So they obviously want the baits, especially the hook baits. Every single fish was absolutely nailed. I don't think I've ever had better hook holds than I had last night on these fish, but they weren't massive. Well, one in the net, but not what we're here for. I've been plagued by these small mirrors all night. Strangely, nothing on the tigers, but the boilies just get whittled down to nothing. So I imagine that the 2 that I've put out, 2 that I've put out on boilies are probably gone. And they're feisty, just little miniatures. They're lovely looking, but yeah, little miniature mirror carp. Get him on his way. With the middle of the trip now done and dusted, and quite frankly a disaster on the carp front, and even more of a disaster on the van front, I was pretty pleased to put this part of the trip behind me. So we moved on to the final few days, and quite frankly what happened next was absolutely brilliant. Check out some of these clips for a little highlight, ready for part 3. This is Memories Last a Lifetime, full circle.